All right, so I had a great guy from the U.S. His name is Jason Walter, and he was a firefighter, forest firefighter. Years ago when he was 19, and he ran into one of these beings at nighttime standing there looking at him with red glowing eyes. And he's seen them a couple other times. Very interesting what he saw. And he described everything, shared it with us today. You're going to hear it in a second, but take note. I think after about an hour, I don't know why, this Riverside platform that I'm using chopped him off, cut it out again. Kind of very frustrating. I'm not sure what I should be using to do this more smoothly because it's like 3 times this platform screwed me in a way. But anyway, we got all of his experiences out and shared here for all you to listen to. So enjoy what we talked about. We talked about hunting, a few other things, and we just had a bit of an abrupt ending, unfortunately. But here we go. Here's Jason, Walter, and I talking about some experiences in the forests, in the woods, okay? Here we go. All right, Jason, who are you? Where are you?
Oh, I'm in Northern California, east of the Bay Area, about 30 miles in the Central Valley.
Bay Area. So that's San Francisco Bay?
Yeah, right. Yeah, Northern California.
Okay. I thought I had some people on the boat from around there, and they kept on saying the Bay Area, and that's the only way I know it's San Francisco Bay.
Yeah, that's
the
what
Bay Area.
That's what we call it, East Bay.
Okay.
But yeah, most of the stuff took place right up the hill, about 2 hours from here, 3 hours in Sierras. But I kind of been around here for a bit, so I don't like Southern Cal.
No, is it hotter than hell down there?
So we're doing 100 today.
I
know. So yeah, too much.
How you staying cool?
Inside, air conditioning.
Right on. Yeah. So what's going on, man? What do you know? What have you seen?
Oh, well, let's see. Back in the 80s, I'm your age, so I graduated in 84.
Yeah.
And then we had a cabin a couple hours up the hill, about 6,000 feet. So I ended up moving up there after high school, and was working at the ski resort in the winter. And then we'd go firefighting from May to October for the Forest Service on a hand crew. We were hot shots. I was a Sawyer. And, my girlfriend was in it, and so she got me hooked up. I got the job interview, got in there, said, I don't want to scrape with a Pulaski and bent over all day, so I'll carry the saw. So maybe Sawyer, then I got lead Sawyer. And so I kind of just jumped into the first one. We went up north a couple hours to the Plumas Forest, and we were at the fairgrounds. They got all the crews there from all over the nation, and we're getting ready. We're getting our task, where we're going to go, what part of the line. And they helicopter us in because we're a hand crew. If you can't walk there, you fly in. And this was all wilderness, untouched, unlogged, no roads, a couple lightning strikes. So they split the team into 2 15-man teams. We went out, did our little acre, put it out. Nighttime comes. So we're just going to biv out for the night, get a tree, get your little space blanket out. And we all go to sleep about 3 a.m. Man, I wake up, boom. And I got my chainsaw between my legs. And I'm sitting there with my space blanket on, and I'm looking at these legs as big as a tree. I thought they were trees. And then I looked up, and I saw, it was a guy. And I looked up, I kept looking up, probably 8 foot, easy.
Oh.
Easy. Red, glowing eyes.
No way.
That's the part that didn't scare me, but freaked me out. Like, holy shit.
Right.
It's like one thing to see this 8 foot tall monster, the fucking boogeyman. I was pretty much a believer anyway. I thought, I knew there was shit out there. But here it was. And I'm like, it's not making a noise. And I go to start my chainsaw. I'm going to cut the fucker's legs off because they're like 3 feet from me. And I couldn't move. I didn't get the fear. I didn't get that dread or nothing. I was pissed. Like, let me go. And it just kind of looked at me, and mind speak, I guess. It was more of a thought, not like a voice you hear. It's okay. Thank you for taking care of it. I was like, well, whatever. It was a feeling.
Wait a minute. It said what?
It kind of gave me a feeling that it was thankful that we did the work there, put out this little fire.
And but your body was frozen?
I couldn't move. I wanted to start my chainsaw, be the guy that cut the legs off Bigfoot,
Yeah. How many people were there with you?
We had 15. all spread out.
15 people. How far apart were they?
Oh, we were all lined up between these trees, probably all within 30 feet of each other. And I heard one guy next to me kind of whimpering a little bit. The other guy, I think he was taking a dookie. And then it just turned and took like 3 huge gliding steps, like it was cross-country skiing, went between these trees, and I swear to God, just like Star Trek, the beam me up sparkles, gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
No way.
I'm sitting there going, well, okay, well, I'm just going to wait. It's 3. Starts getting light out a little bit. I go over to take a leak over on the side, and my boss, he's a First Nations guy, comes up and goes, hey, who else? And I go, just don't say a word. And I said, I think the dude's next to me, right? He goes, get them and meet me up here. So he sends everybody down to the meadow because the helicopters are going to come and pick us up. He comes up. He's all, nobody say a word ever. Not now. Don't ask me another question. You work for the federal government, and we don't talk about the bears. So we get into helicopters, and these guys are just, I think they're in shock. I'm just going, wow, what's going on here? This is kind of, they know. I didn't see shit, it's real. That was the best part. But then they got us down there and they made us, they signed me up with some promising not to talk about it. And
really?
Yeah. Veiled threats kind of thing.
No way.
Yeah. And that's out this year, June, 40 years. That was 1985. Yeah.
So were those guys intimidating?
Those guys disappeared. I never saw them again. They said they went home sick.
No, the ones that wanted you to sign the disclosure.
Oh,
were they intimidating?
They were not happy people. They were not nice.
So they were intimidating. Like you didn't. They definitely made you not want to go ram it up your ass to them.
Oh no, that's the federal government. I was 19.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, that'll do it.
they're telling me, hey, you know what Leavenworth is? I said, yeah. I like the hat. U.S. Forest Service Bigfoot Department. My son got that for me. He thinks he makes fun of it, but at least he's, talking to me. But yeah. So they tell these other guys. I never saw them again. So I went just back to normal, doing what I was doing. Told my girlfriend about it. She was on the crew, and but other than that, I didn't say anything to like recently about any of this. And people just they don't like it. You're right. They freak out. They just don't want. Don't talk to me about it. No, you're crazy. So everything, we go home, we get home, back in our home forest. We're doing our 9 to 5 daily work until the next fire. And then we get called a couple hours south. And easy fire. So we're cutting up the hill, and I'm with the crew boss. So we're cutting up the hill, tying ribbon, and the rest of the crew's laying out some pipe and some hose to bring up. Come over to the top of the hill, and we're looking across this valley at this clear cut with trees on the right, trees on the left, and the trees on the right are burning. Standing in the middle of that clear cut, probably about 300 yards, big. It's all the stumps and the cut down from the slash, where they logged it. And he's looking at the fire, and I'm looking at him. I'm looking at the fire. I'm looking at him, and he looks right at us. And we were behind this bush. He knew we were there. And this one was about the same color. The other one was dark, so he looked just black. But I can see his outline. This one, he was a dark brown. He looked a little smaller, maybe, but it was 3 feet and 300 yards. I'm not dark at night, but so this one, he's looking at us. He looks back at the fire, looks back at us, and I swear he goes with his hand, and then he turns towards the other trees, and it was probably 150 yards, and he just glided, like I said, like he was snow skiing cross country. Just amazing speed. The speed was what freaked me out. Like, no way.
Over top of clear cut shit.
Right over the top of all this slash, and you know how it is when they get done. They don't clean it all up, And he is bugging. And right when he gets to these tree line, these two, I swear to God, softball size orbs, blue, followed into the trees.
Blue.
broad daylight. And I turned, and my boss is standing next to me, John, the Miwok Indian. He's all, "Gotta love those bears, huh?" So I'm like, "F you, F you and your bears. Yeah, I don't want to talk
No
about it."
shit.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like they knew we were there, and they couldn't see us, but he looked right at us. And I didn't get any
How
mind.
many of you guys were there?
That was just me and him because we were the first two up the hill because I was the lead sawyer, and I was just marking a path up to get into the burn while everybody else was gathering up the hose that we were going to run up from the creek, and yeah, boom. Being the first guy up, I usually got to see the first shit.
Right.
And so pretty incredible there. I'm like, oh, so I didn't say anything. I'm still thinking I don't want to go to jail. Let's do something bad. I'm 19. I don't need to start off this way. Then the next one was probably the weirdest. This was in Yosemite National Park, and there was a fire down inside the canyon. So we were up at the top at the ski area, Glacier Point, doing the helicopter loading, and we were all getting in. We're in the first flight because I was the lead sawyer, and we go down in the valley. We circle around, and I got to lower down, wrap down in there, lower my saw down. They cut a couple trees, get the choppers in. So I start making my way up this hill to get up towards the fire, about a mile up the hill. And I'm tying, flagging on the trees so everybody can follow me. And I'm like, how am I going to get up around these big rocks in Yosemite? Obviously. How am I going to get up around this? And I look, and there's this one probably 30 yards away, standing up in this crack. He's looking at me. I'm like, all right, let's go that way. I'd have never gone that way. It was the easiest way up. Get up to the top. He's standing there, and I hear my boss coming up behind me. I look back. I look up. It's gone. It was nothing but a cliff there. Gone. Just like that. Showed me the way up the hill. It was kind of made me laugh. I was just laughing. When John comes up, he goes, "What, you see another bear?" Well, F you, in your bear.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they know. It was always like,
Oh, yeah.
ha, ha, ha thing, but they know. I mean, this is the Forest Service. They got to know.
So your boss was your boss native or non-native?
He's a native, yeah. He knew all about it. But he wouldn't talk to me about it at all.
He wouldn't?
Nope. I wasn't allowed.
And he never did.
I wasn't allowed to even talk in my sleep about it. They told me, don't talk about the bears, and they kept calling them the bears. I'm like, all right, I got it. The bears, fine. And I heard you read another guy that had a Forest Service job a couple of years ago. You read him, and he said that they had told him also, we don't talk about the bears. I laughed so hard. Yeah, it was great hearing that, though. I was like, yeah, there's another one. There's got to be a lot of people out there. Like you say, truck drivers and engineers on trains. These guys are in the forest all the time, year round. We were just seasonal. But, yeah, there's a ton of them. And they're
Wow.
I remember now, I probably had many encounters growing up. I remember hearing the knocks on the trees and the hoots and stuff. We just thought they were kids partying across the lake and whatnot. But yeah, I tried telling people about it, and they just laugh.
Whatever.
It's like, well, why would I lie? I mean, why would I screw up? I woke up, like you said, I woke up today and said, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to make up this story that ruins my life. Family won't talk to me. Friends think I'm nuts. Yeah, I'm going to make that up just because it sounds like a good idea.
Well, yeah, because everyone needs attention, right?
Not that kind.
Yeah.
I was just like, well, maybe I can tell somebody about it and see what they say. No, don't. My suggestion is, unless somebody asks you about it, don't talk to about it because they're just, yeah, they can't handle it. Like you say, people just lock up because they're scared.
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, it's funny. I think we're just about the same age. I was born in June '66.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah, and I shoot left-handed rifle, but I'm right-handed because I'm left-eye dominant.
No shit.
Yeah, same as you.
Weird, eh?
Yeah, I was cracking up.
So you still hunt lots?
What's that?
Do you go hunt?
Oh, yeah.
Do you go hunting lots?
I go camping, hunting, whatever. I'm not scared of them.
Yeah.
I mean, if they wanted to get me, they'd have got me.
Yeah.
I've been a lot of times in the woods and, hunting 5 or 6 different states. I've never didn't see anything in Colorado when I was out there. Didn't see anything in Oregon. Just when I was firefighting. Never had
Did you
one
ever
of.
go looking?
Nah, I don't bother. Why?
Yeah.
If they wanted to see me, they'd come. They'd make themselves present. You know.
You didn't go banging on the trees?
Yeah, yeah, right. That sounds like a good idea.
So those blue orbs, how close to the body of this dude were they, and how high up? Like how high up his body, and how close to the body did they stay?
They were about shoulder height and probably about 10 feet behind him, and
Really?
they came down and then turned as he went by and got right behind him right before he went in the trees.
They came down from where?
I wasn't looking up, but I saw him drop down and get in behind him. I don't know where they were. I was watching this guy scoot across the clearing. I was like, and then whoa, shoot, what was the orbs? I've seen orbs before. I've seen like the lights that you showed up on the hill. I've seen
Yeah.
stuff like that before. It wasn't doing anything crazy or anything, but these ones were following, Asabe. I was like, what?
Were they in single file or side by side following him?
They were following each other. One, two, three. Yep.
All in line.
Yep. They were
How close to each other were the blue orbs?
probably about 3 feet apart.
No shit.
They looked pretty close. It was far away, but they looked pretty close.
Oh, so how far away were you again? 300?
Probably about 300 yards across the canyon, looking up the other side of the canyon.
What time of day was it?
Oh, probably about 10 in the morning.
Clear? Cloudy?
Yeah, the smoke was all blowing over the other ridge, so it was clear. Clear as
What
day.
time of year was that?
Fire season. So that one was probably right around July.
So it's pretty green
Oh yeah,
background.
it's all forest. This is all pines.
Yeah, I'm just trying to picture how that color of blue would stand out probably pretty good at 10 in the morning on a
Oh
clear
yeah,
day with green background, right?
no doubt. They came into the picture was what I was looking at, and it was like that took my attention off of him because they were
No doubt.
whoa,
Well, what a
you're freaking,
package deal, right? The whole
yeah,
package on what the hell to focus on.
you're freaking on one thing, and then you see those. I was like, holy smokes, it's kind of nutty.
Wow. So when they dropped down, he was still out in the clear cut?
Yeah, he was about 3/4 of the way across, and he was moving quick. He probably was going to be in 5 seconds into the tree line. Then they dropped down, and for about 5 seconds, they took him to get across, and they both went in and gone.
Shit.
Hey, yeah, I don't know what up with the orbs thing. I never thought they'd be connected.
Well, yeah, I never really thought much about him until everybody started talking about him. But like I said before, as soon as you got X amount of witnesses, you gotta listen.
Well,
You have to listen. If you don't accept it, well, that's on you.
yeah, it's like once I found your stuff, I started hearing the same stuff that I saw: descriptions, the eyes, the speed, the gliding, the orbs. I'm like, oh, okay. These things, yeah, I know they're real, but they're like the same.
Yeah,
Where are they from? I don't get it. I don't like you say. I don't think they're here all the time.
I know it's a tough one to try to figure out. They are not living here like a wild animal. I'd bet my life on that one.
No, I don't think so at all. They're definitely not an animal.
No,
No way.
no.
This was a dude with hair, a big dude.
The only
Like I
thing
said,
is now,
that 4 foot wide at the shoulder when you showed that tape measure yesterday,
yeah,
easily, and the neck just kind of blends into the shoulders, the head. I hate classic. Everybody's description. Thousands of people.
yeah. So you haven't felt the terror at all, ever?
Never. No, it didn't scare me. I don't like. I spent a lot of time out in the ocean and doing captain work and stuff. So I don't. You don't get scared after. You don't get scared what's going on. You deal with it.
Yeah.
You don't bunny in the headlights. You don't freak out.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, but I think it's different. I think because I know myself, yourself, a lot of ex-combat veterans, hunters, big game hunters. Like I know a lot of guys that don't get scared of shit, but these things can impose absolute terror on whoever they decide to at the
if
time.
they wanted to, it probably could have freaked me out. But they were being kind of thankful of the feeling I got.
Right.
It was kind of like, hey, thanks.
And how many of those other firefighters saw that thing that night?
I think there was the two dudes next to me, and I know my boss because he brought it up.
Really?
So that was 4 of us, and those two guys never heard from again. They went home.
Really?
They sent them
Really?
home. Yeah, they went home. We were 2 hours away from our home base. They sent them home.
Is your boss still alive? That old boss
I
who's
don't
still
know.
kicking?
It's been 40 years. I haven't been back up to that particular part.
Wow. Do you know many other people that have seen these people?
Nope.
Really?
Nobody's talking. I bring it up,
Interesting.
and I've got friends.
Well,
I got friends, and they hunt. They've hunted their whole lives every year, many states. Never. Or if they did, they're not talking.
they're just not talking.
Probably not talking because
That's what it is.
there's a lot of time in the woods spent between my friends.
Because I still have random people who I know in my circle for years who are still just coming around and saying something these days.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird, right? Like
it
a
is
lot of
weird.
people keep it. It takes a long time to crack them open, no matter what's going on, right?
They don't want to deal with it. They just I don't know, scares them. I mean, I can see how
Yeah,
it scares things, but I'm kind of open minded about shit. I know there's a lot we don't know. In fact, we everything we know is probably a lie. That's what pissed me off the most. Was I got mad. Why would they let me run around the woods as a kid, knowing the boogeyman was out there? And he's real,
right.
right? He's 8 foot tall guy, could snatch me up and I'd be gone, and I'd be, Dave Pilates, 411, gone. Who knows?
I'm just not so sure it's them. I mean, I'm sure that obviously they've grabbed a few people over the years, but not near as many as humans have. You know what I
No,
mean? So,
humans scare me more. I'm more worried about humans than I am about them.
yeah, soulless demon-like humans. They're the worst pricks on the earth right now, most of them. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, just like when I grew up, here I am, 11, 12 years old, and I would make my mom. Well, eventually she moved the alarm clock into my room, but I made her wake me up an hour before sun up, and I'd take off out that door with that bow and arrow, and I wouldn't come back until dark at night.
Yeah,
And shit,
we grew up on a couple acres. I had the same attitude. Go out, grab
yeah.
the dog, grab the 22, and take off.
I remember feeling pressure back then too from a certain area in the bush. Always felt it there when I was that young as well. So now that I look back now, I can still feel it. I know exactly what it was now.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I see it now from in hindsight. Like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, there's probably something there at that time. And how many did I walk right by? Years and years and hundreds of miles of hiking and walking and hunting.
Yeah.
How many? You never know.
Yeah, I was
I
looking
think
back.
they can go pretty much anywhere they want. I think I saw portals is what I saw.
You saw what?
I think I saw that first one go through a portal.
Really?
When he went through those trees about 30 feet from us, the sparkles went up like you got beamed up like Star Trek. I think that was a portal. Now looking
No
back
shit.
now that I'm hearing about them, yeah, that makes sense.
So was that like when describe that the sparkles? Was it like fireflies? Was it straight lines? Was it beams? What was it?
It was kind of goldish. Star Trek when they get in the transporter and they get beamed
Yeah, yeah.
up and it shows those little sparkling. It was kind of like that, but they were gold.
No shit.
Yeah, and then it was just dark, blank, gone.
So did his body movements freeze and then he disappeared, or he just kept on moving and
He went
disappeared?
through and the sparkles came up and he was gone. Gone.
Jeez.
And you know what the
I
funny
can
thing was?
imagine.
When he was taking those 3 huge steps, they didn't make a sound. And this is old growth. There was duff and everything on it would have crunched. There was needles and whatnot. Not a sound. Like he wasn't actually touching the ground. He was
What
just
the hell?
above. Yeah, it's wild. He wasn't moving up and down or bobbing or anything, just sliding. Just really weird. It was odd.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't the way a human would do it.
How do you even tell somebody that, especially back then? It's like, so, guess what I saw the other day?
Yeah, it's levitating Bigfoots, skating across the meadow. Yeah, get tell somebody that.
Yeah. I remember back then when I was probably 16, 17-ish, and after seeing whatever it was I saw that night, and I'm talking about it with a couple guys that I knew, and one guy said that he heard of a deer hunter who shot himself somewhere around Souk on Vancouver Island, and he shot himself because he was being chased by this big hairy Sasquatch, and that's the word that he initially came out of the woods and said. He couldn't handle it. He tried to kill himself.
What? No,
Yeah,
I'd have to ride that one out.
yeah, right. But that was I remember hearing that a long time. I probably never even mentioned it here. I'm just kind of looking back in those days and the feelings and the things I'd heard and the people I talked to. But I definitely didn't talk about it too much back then either.
I'd put a couple rounds in him first.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, when was the last time you had something weird happen out there?
I tell you what, there's been a couple times camping with my kids. Something got into our cooler. And we had one cooler with dry goods in it, had the marshmallows and the chocolate bars for the s'mores, and the other one was full of meat. It only took the marshmallows and the candy bars.
No way.
And I told the kids, it was a bear. You know, sure. Bear could undo the latch on the cooler. No teeth marks, no claw marks.
No noise.
No noise.
And they took them all.
Oh, yeah. Every candy bar. And there was no trash anywhere up the hill like they would normally go off a couple feet and go eat them or whatnot. Nope. Not a bear. And then something was rolling the dumpster at the campground entrance. Rolling it. Because it had a chain on it. And got it open. And the guy's, those bears. I said, yeah, okay.
What do you mean rolling it? Like on its wheels?
The whole dumpster, rolled it over. A full-size dumpster that they pick up the trucks. It was rolling it over and over to get it to open because they had it chained shut because of the bears, right? Probably that was one. It was right up there where there's been several. You've read several from that area. Yeah.
Isn't that weird that something so intelligent will do something so primitive in a way? Do you know what I mean? Like to go out to get some kind of human dog shit or garbage or human food. It's like, come on, man, you're so freaking advanced in ways.
I don't think they're from here. I think maybe this is a new guy got into town, didn't know what this thing was, but they knew there was food in it because they've been caught digging through dumpsters before.
Oh, yeah.
A ton of times. Yeah, in town. You've read that a few times.
Oh, God. Well, it's just like up in the old patch where I worked in the pipeline for a couple winters, 100 miles north of Fort Nelson into the Northwest Territories. And there's a big documented case up there, and these guys were up on the derrick thing, you know, like up on the tower with that flame on top.
Yeah.
And they were stuck up there for a handful of hours because this great big 10-foot tall hair thing just came out. You know, the lease, you know, the open lease.
Yeah.
There's a big open area. I don't know how big is the lease? I don't know. What is it? 100 yards across? I don't know. And just kept on walking around and squatting down, looking up at him, walking around a bit and squatting down, looking up at him. And for me trying to figure shit out, it's like, well, it's not hard to see one of those flames in the towers in the skyline in that country at any time. There's hundreds of them. Why the big look of surprise? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You're 10 feet tall. You're not a baby. You're not a kid. You've been around quite a while. I'm guessing. How come this is so interesting and such a surprise and you're so wide-eyed right now? You probably walked by 50 of them, didn't you? Or didn't you?
Yeah, I think they just beam down from wherever they're at. They come through whatever doorway they do and, whoa, what's this? Maybe this is their vacation spot. Maybe they come here for kicks. Who knows? I don't know.
Because then you try to listen to the body language and the reactions like that. And I talked to another guy with that Dr. John Bendernagel. We're talking to this dude. And he said, the way he describes this, this thing just kept looking at him like it was going, holy shit, what are you? And meanwhile, that's right outside of the city of Kamloops.
Yeah.
Where there's tens of thousands of frickin' people. There's rural farms.
Yeah. I think they just get beamed in.
Yeah, and it's looking at him like it's amazed, like, holy shit, what are you? It's like, really? There's only about 50,000 of us, right there.
That'd be like us getting dropped in the middle of Africa. You'd be what?
Yeah.
If you have never been there, you'd freak out too.
Yeah, from the Arctic.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I don't get it, man. It's just like going to keep referring back to that woman whose son saw that dude riding horse out back, and it wasn't a dude. It was a big dude cruising around going tree to tree to tree to tree. Like, I got to get out of here. And I'm just trying to look at it from a rational point of view. And no, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. It doesn't make sense that you're trying to get out of somebody's back 40 in broad daylight in the middle of a valley where there's ranch after ranch after ranch after ranch in broad daylight.
Yeah, every time you get another puzzle piece in there, it just makes more pieces needed.
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to be finding any closure. It just makes more questions. Every question has answered is 10 more questions. You know.
I'm starting to get. I think I got a fairly good grip for the questions I got at this point. But that's why I'm finally like I was to this point a little while back when I was going to go down to Texas and meet up with some people. Then I got both my eyes obliterated, infected when I was in Alabama and I had to go home. Right?
Yeah, it's horrible. I saw that.
Oh, that sucked. But anyway, I'm thinking. I've just had enough of the. I haven't had enough of hearing people talk. I'll never tire of hearing everybody talking here. But I've had enough of the bullshit. You know what I mean? I've had it up to the nuts with the bullshit. Yeah. So it's like, all right, I'm thinking I'm just gonna go out there, see if somebody wants to sit down and have a bullshit session with me, if it's possible. I don't know. I'll see.
I think you should go back to where you saw your knife, where you got your knife.
Yeah, it's probably safer. Whoever's there, it's probably the safer bet.
At least they were cool to you the first time, right?
Yeah, right.
So I think it's that way, you know. I didn't feel any threats. No, I think that there's probably bad ones like there's bad people. Who knows?
Yeah, there's some weird shit going on. Not just these people, but there's some other things going on out there. 110% there is.
Yeah, that dog man thing freaks me out. Now,
that's kind of shitty.
I'd be scared if I saw that. That would be.
Yeah, I'd put a hole in his head.
Yeah, I would too. I wouldn't even hesitate.
I'm not even like some people. Oh, that's not a nice thing. I don't give a flying shit what anybody thinks. I'm telling you right now, after being in the woods, gotten big, you know, my background and body language in the real world. You got ears and a canine head, and you're staring me down. And you're not leaving.
You're done. Yeah,
we're getting it on.
That's it.
You started it, right?
If a dog doesn't turn around and leave, he's coming at you.
Yeah, go walk up and stare at a sow with grizzly cubs and see what happens if you lock on and stare at them. See what happens, right? It's just nature's law. It's rule number one.
No, I agree. Yeah,
so
you got Sarah beating you on the fishing derbies, huh?
Yeah, the little shit. Kidding. That's great. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
My daughter does that. My daughter kicks my son in my butt all the time.
Is that right?
Yeah, she doesn't care, so she catches every fish.
So funny.
We'll have same rig, same setup, same nothing, and she'll get them all. Yeah.
Well, sometimes I wonder if it's when it is energy. Like we are all energy, and I honestly think it's energy because I've had friends in the past. They can't catch nothing, and they can't catch anything, and I've hooked fish and gave them the rod. It gets off. It's so hilarious, but it's true. And then you got other people, as you know. Excuse me. They go fishing. They catch fish every time they go. Period.
Yeah, I got a buddy like that. He's always on.
Yeah, I got it fairly decent, but when I take Sarah, it's hilarious. That's why I tried doing a live video a while back. Flashed it up, put the lines down the same time. Boom! She got 20 fish, and I got 2, 10 feet apart from each other with the same lures.
Same rig, same setup. Yeah, you know, it is energy. Well, everything's energy. We just don't understand it.
Yeah,
I've done this sitting above a meadow watching this doe for a couple hours, waiting for their boyfriend to show up. It's getting dark, so I'm getting ready to leave, and I'm sitting. She can't see me at all, and I'm got wind in my face. So I go, I'm gonna try this out. I looked at her and I thought hard. Hey, look at me. That deer looked right at me.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, oh wow, that works. So don't think about it when you're going to shoot them.
Yeah, true.
Clear your head, But
I did that to a couple of. I did it to a couple of steelhead fishermen a couple of winters ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sneaking down the river and they didn't see me, and they're on the other side of the small river. I'm like, I wonder what would happen if easy. So I belly crawled up to behind this big cedar tree, and I think I was probably about 20 yards from them.
Yeah.
And I just laid there, and then I put the camera on too, on the tripod behind me. They didn't know I was there. And I just locked on them, and I was like just intentionally trying to drill my eyes right through their souls, right, to see if it would work. And they did leave. I couldn't, the river's way too loud to hear any speaking, but they left. They did leave. It could have been coincidence, but they did leave in probably about 2 minutes.
Yeah, they don't know any better. Maybe they never forgot what we forgot.
I don't know. I mean, who knows? I don't know who they were. I never met them, and who knows? Maybe I creeped the living shit out of them intentionally, and they're like, let's get out of here. Because they didn't walk down river and keep fishing the next hole. They turned around and boogied.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So you never went to any of those conventions or anything?
no, I don't get into that. You're the only guy I listen to. I did a
All
little,
right.
uh, oh, what's his name? Carpenter, when he was around.
Oh yeah.
Scotty, that's about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Everybody else is full of shit. Trying to sell you
There's a lot
something,
of
you know.
there's a lot of bullshit out there.
Yeah. I mean,
So I shouldn't be crowdfunding myself for $250,000 to make a YouTube video.
come on, let's make reality shows. No, thank you.
All right.
I'm
You know,
surprised.
I had a few of those reality show producers get a hold of me a few years ago.
Don't do it.
It was pretty funny.
I
And you
would.
know, they're almost all the reality shows home base is the UK.
Yeah, is that right? Is that where they're all
Yeah,
produced out
weird.
of?
Yeah, that's who does it all. Most of it, yeah. And I forget they tried to get at me a couple times, and they tried to use some excuse. They wanted me to put them into contact with somebody that had been sent in an email here, and then the same thing said, so you probably wouldn't be interested in doing a show with us, would you? I'm like, you can imagine the answer I gave him, right? I never heard from him again.
Yeah.
So yeah. Huh.
No, they would probably let you do much of your own talking though. So
Of
that
course
shit's all
not.
scripted.
They're just after somebody that'll get them some views, right? But they definitely won't be. They won't be trying to contact me again. That's an easy one. But
Yeah.
yeah, huh? So where do we go from here? So what do you think these people are?
Possibly interdimensional. I mean, we're just figuring out that's possible. That they're doing the math on it, and they say it's possible, and they're saying portals are possible now. Scientifically, theoretically, they're possible. Who knows? I mean, space is big, but I think dimensionally, that's probably your answer. Or I'm stumped on it. I don't think they're here full time now.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Well, no, you know what? I shouldn't say that. I believe there's probably like I've got a couple other contacts that have basically dedicated the last 30 years plus each into diving into this topic and more, and they're very, very knowledgeable. And they know a lot of facts about the DNA and the lineage. And what they have said was various individual of these beings possibly more than likely have various levels of skills depending on the purity of their DNA.
Okay.
Right?
Because
So
did Melvin say that the father side was unknown and it was maternal was human?
yeah. And then the European scientists got a hold of me that are not connected to Melba or any Americans at all. They also claim to have 3,500 samples of DNA.
Wow.
Anyways, they said that one statement from those scientists was it's human female, modern human female, and they said the male side had an absolute unknown component to it.
Something
But
here.
they also said
Wow.
one of the components, one of them, they all agreed was a bear, but what they hadn't agreed upon yet was if the bear DNA they found mixed in on the male side, they couldn't tell if it was extinct or current brown bear.
Really?
Subspecies, yeah,
I've never heard
mixed
that.
in. Yeah, those guys sent this report. They sent the frickin' report to me.
Oh, really?
There's a bunch of shit. I got a piss load of shit, man, in files and stuff. Listen to my language go. Whatever. I'm really tired right now, by the way. But anyway, but I got so much stuff. I just got to get lined out. I might even get our friend Molly to edit it all up from me because I just don't have time, and so I can deliver it to everybody smoothly. But
I don't know
and there's
I don't know how you do it all the time and still get it done and get what you're doing done. That's
right.
You're a one
Well,
man band. I mean, these other guys got 2 or 3 people helping them, even the small ones.
oh yeah, they got everybody doing everything for them.
Yeah.
But whatever. I know I was telling a friend of mine on the dock, some people that came with me the other day from here, and I just said flat out, I'll admit it, I feel like I'm running out of time all day, every day, and I know that I'm living 7 different lives. Is what it is. I can't stop myself, so I just go with it and exhaust myself. Whatever. Well, there's rest when we die, right?
Right.
Isn't there?
We sleep when we're dead.
Nobody said you got to rest up for death.
No. In fact, I want to go out beat up. Tired, beat up, and used up.
Yeah, that's funny. I'll tell you, this is a little off topic, but on that note, I got at this doctor one time. Uh, Dr. Tuttle, Ken Tuttle. He's from Oregon. Apparently, he's one of the only doctors, cardiac surgeons, or something like cardiac guys in the world that could get all these doctors around the world from the globe to a summit in Oregon. Whatever, big name. He's been on CNN and shit, apparently. Great guy. We're sitting there. I got him at the top of the mountain. His knees didn't bend anymore. I got him at the top of this one plateau to look for some stone sheep. And then, that was crazy. I go, a stone sheep hunt? And he goes, oh no, I went to one of the hunting conventions. I was just trying to get the bids up on the hunt, and all of a sudden they said I bought it. So here I am. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, wrong hunt for that.
Yeah, but anyways, I get him top of the mountain. And we were moose hunting too, and I was trying to get him a big bull. And you know, when you're calling anything, you want everybody to shut up and not make a sound, right? Every time we sat down to hear this crinkle, 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 crinkle. He had a fishing vest on. That dude, doctor, he had a stain right here from smoking so much. His fingers were brown from smoking Rolly smokes. He had pipe tobacco in this fishing vest pocket. He had rolling papers. He had cigarettes. He had a pipe. It was like a fishing vest of every tobacco product. It was hilarious. And I'm like, finally I go, dude, what are you doing? You're a doctor. And he goes, ah, shit, you don't get it. Look at you. You're all fit and shit. You die tomorrow, you're going to be pissed off. Me? I'm ready to go.
Right?
I'm good to go. But he also said, he goes, listen, if you turn 60 years old without getting heart disease, you can smoke that shit out of everything. You made it. The smoking won't take you.
Hey, grandmas were in their 90s. They smoked right up to the end. I mean, go figure. It's genes, genetics, I guess.
I think so, yeah. Because then I got buddies who weighed $185 and they died of cholesterol when they were 32. You know what the hell?
What's going on with that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I had a buddy had a heart attack at 29. I was like, that was crazy.
Weird, right? Genetics.
He had another one at 40. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm in pretty good shape. I mean, I'm beat up a little bit from injuries, but other than that, I'm 59 like you in good shape.
I'm going sheep hunting this year. I'm getting dropped off a bush plane. I'm going for 3 weeks.
Good. Yeah, it'll be some good. You haven't been up sheep hunting in a while.
Sheep? No, I haven't. I know shit just keeps happening, right? And then like last year, I don't know how long it's going to take to get the elk, and we ended up going up for elk. Got one, got hot, and then went home, and then went all the way back up to get Sarah and elk, and there's another, and then that kind of grinded into the sheep time. I'm like, oh well, all right, not this year, maybe next year then.
Yeah, sheep hunts take a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's just I need to go. I don't give a shit if obviously I want to get one, but I've got lots of rams, whatever. I just need to go run up in those mountains and disappear for a few weeks, because when you've done it for 120 days at a time for years, it kind of bugs the shit out of you that you're not in those mountains, you know?
Yeah, I get that feeling antsy down here in the flatlands.
Yeah. Where exactly are you again? Not exactly, but where are you?
I'm in the Central Valley between San Francisco and the Sierras.
And it's flat there?
Right? The Central Valley from the coastal range to the foothills of the Sierras. It's flat as a lake.
No shit.
All the way across the Central Valley. Yeah, it's just flat. It's all farmlands here. We grow 20% of the food for the nation.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You hunt around there?
Lots of birds down low here. Ducks, pheasant, quail, and then we go up top for blacktail, and then coastal blacktail here.
Oh yeah, you find any big ones?
If you get up a little bit further north and you're willing to get out away from the truck hunters, yeah, you can find them.
Right on.
For blacktail, pretty decent, And it depends on where they're at and what they're eating. Some of them are pretty mangy, depending on where you shoot them. Some are pretty good. They've been eaten well.
Yeah, they're weird deer. They're tough. They're a tough animal, man.
Hard to find. People think it's easy. It's not.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we even in the Sierras we got blacktail. You got to go up top and over the X zones on the back to get to the muleys. But that's a draw tag. Those zones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All the good zones are all draw zones in California, and you got to put in for years.
Right. I finally got a monster on my hit list finally again.
You do?
Yeah, real big one, yeah.
You put out a lot of cameras, man.
Well, I put in probably 20 years into these certain mountains, and now to the point I know exactly what to do and roughly when to do it and whether I've got it right down to the bed. I got this bed. I actually made a video about the bed when I was last in the mountains, and probably about 4 or 5 different Boone and Crockett blacktails that I've hunted over 18 years all use this one same bed when they're in the area. It's not all the time, but when I'm in this
Really?
one particular area, when the snow level's just right, and if there is a buck of that quality running around the whole mountain, I know it's going to use that bed eventually. Not full time, but he's going to use it while I'm there.
That's a sweet
So,
spot then, huh? They like it.
yeah, it's a perfect view. But I dumped 2 cameras on it. Probably, well, when I went to that wedding, so I put 2 cameras on that about a couple weeks ago. And those cameras are going to run long enough so that when I do go hit there in November, there's going to be a shit pile of stuff on those cameras. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, the new camera sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. They go for months. Like some of them go up to 8, 9 months.
Wow. And do you
8 little batteries.
Do you GPS mark where they're at or anything?
No, because that's all I did when I was living over there. Dude, I'd go out guiding for 120 days, then I'd come back and I would hunt blacktail for like 45 days straight for years. So I know every freaking twig in on those trails, right? I know exactly where I'm going. I know exactly where I need to put a trail camera. So
you put out a couple dozen sometimes.
yeah, I probably got I think I got 10 out there right now just for that blacktail for November.
Wow.
But I mean, some people think it's cheating. It ain't doing nothing. There's no camera alive that's killed anything today.
Camera's never shot it.
No, and I had that buck, had a blacktail a few years ago. I followed him. I watched him grow for about 5 years. And he would have been the largest blacktail ever recorded in British Columbia ever.
Really?
And I got him on trail cameras while I hunted him for 60 days straight. I bounced the arrow off his back.
Oh,
yeah, but anyway, I hunted him for 60 days straight, and there's no snow. We were both going like this, like literally shaving each other for 60 days. It was him, a doe, 2 yearlings, and a spike were the only deer. The wolves killed everything. But anyway, what I'm saying is I had probably 15 cameras just for him spread out everywhere. I never killed him.
Yeah.
I got him on every single camera, but I never killed him.
That's why he's big.
Yeah, but just to show the people that don't know, the camera isn't cheating. It doesn't do shit.
It's the same as going and finding and just sign a trail.
Yeah. But another good thing about cameras is for conservation, they show you what's running around and how many of whatever you're after is running around, how many mature is running around, and what you should probably maybe could or couldn't shoot, leave alone,
Gives you a little census.
Yeah, it tells you what kind of predators are running around. If there's wolves coming out of your yin-yang, it tells you a lot of good knowledge that all sportsmen should have. But some people get on that weird Karen bandwagon. It's cheating. Ban them. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
We're just babbling about hunting.
You know what? Yeah.
So would you ever go out in the middle of nowhere and just sit there and see if somebody weird and big and hairy wanted to have a conversation?
I would. Yeah, I'd probably do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Never felt motivated to?
No, not really. I mean, when I'm up there, I think about it a little bit, and I kind of just in my head put out the vibe, like, hey, I'm just here minding my business. Leave me alone. Not here to bother you. I kind of do the same thing you do, and I don't know. I guess it works because they leave me alone.
Yeah, they're leaving me alone.
It was like the second time was like he knew me, though, and this was 200 miles away from the first one. And it was kind of like he knew me. That's the way it felt. It was more of a feeling. It wasn't mind speak words. When he looked over
one that was in the slash?
What's that?
The one that was in the slash?
Yeah, he just kind of looked over at us and he kind of got the feeling that he knew me. Like, oh, hey. And when he waved, put his hand up like this, I went, what? It's like he knew me. That's what it felt like. Somebody going, hey, that knows you. So, I mean, they must... Yeah, maybe they have a hive mind or they're connected. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're connected somehow.
Well, the word on the street is one knows, all knows.
Right? That's what I'm figuring out because they acted like it.
Yeah. Then on the traveling part, he said 200 miles. Well, I remember Melba told me they had, I remember the Saskatchewan part, but I think it was southern Texas. They had some DNA, and they had an exact match in northern Saskatchewan.
Oh, see, that's a couple thousand miles. But
Yeah.
do you think they just hoofed it up there? I don't think so.
Yeah, they migrated chasing the game.
Yeah, it's crossing how many freeways and highways, and yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, because their survival depends on migrating with the game.
Right, not through North America all the
God,
way.
it's so amazing how many people are still on that. Well, whatever, teach their own ride. But it's just with the information, the amount of eyewitnesses and the testimony, the patterns, I just cannot believe that there's still anybody that's stuck on that migration wood ape bullshit
Nah,
narrative. That
I'm not. I don't think they need to migrate. I think this. I think it's more like they come here. It's some sort of experience for them. Maybe it's just
if they had to migrate, I would have found their trail by now.
oh yeah, because they'd have to leave some sort of trail. Everything leaves a trail.
I would have
No.
found their little village. I would have found remnants of their camps, you know?
Yeah, where are they at? The teepee structures. I'm not buying those are their camps.
No, me neither.
And the whole cave thing. Yeah, somebody's going to find them. You'd find something.
Yeah.
I don't
So
think.
much weird shit.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I don't think they're staying here though. Maybe this is like their Disneyland. Maybe they come here for kicks.
Well, that's another thing too. I was thinking the other day, maybe the actual reality is we are in a fish bowl and they're looking inside most of the time.
Right? We're the zoo.
I got a funny feeling that we are in a bit of a fish bowl either way, and somebody is watching.
Oh, you get that feel too all the time.
Yeah. It's such a crazy ass ride though, man. You know what I mean? Life isn't it a crazy ass frickin' ride?
I'm just bummed because I don't think by the time I'm dead, they're going to be telling us anything.
I don't give a shit about Bay anymore. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Maybe my kids' lifetime, but I just want to know why are they
Me
lying?
too.
Why are they lying?
That's why I'm thinking I'm probably going to go do it, I guess. Well, I might as well.
I mean, when
Might as well just get it over
the
with.
U.S. government tells me they know about them and to shut up, what else do they know about? What else? What else are they lying about? I'm assuming everything.
Everything.
You know, and that's
sure.
you have to rethink everything now.
I know, it's a piss off, right?
Right? It's like all that shit I learned, I got to just totally throw out and start over.
It's a piss off, but then again, it isn't a piss off. Sometimes you can look at it two ways. You can either feel fortunate to have your own brain and see through the veil as shit, or it can also be quite frustrating, right? Like sometimes I'll see a lot of people that are as dumb as a hammer, and I think, man, that must be kind of comforting and relaxing to be dumb as a pickle.
Ignorance is bliss.
Right? Can you imagine?
Yeah, sometimes I think that, but then other times I'm like, nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Come on, kids. We're all going to go get our updated jabs. Let's go. Hopefully they got another one, too.
No, I didn't. I said, if you want to stick a piece of metal in me, I'm going to stick a piece of metal in you. Just be glad, right. You know, come on now.
I know we bought enough ivermectin to frickin' save our whole town if it comes down to it.
Did you get the paste?
I got it all.
Yeah.
I bought whatever's there. I bought some more of a liquid one. Got the paste. Got it all.
Good.
Yeah, and I'll be generous with it if the time comes again, right?
Right. Well, I think they're thinking of something.
Yeah, remember when that shit went down and they made it illegal? They stopped all sales of ivermectin. What the fuck? In your face,
They
right?
got all over Joe Rogan about it, you know, and it's used on humans as much as it is animals. There's a lot of medicines that are used on both animals and humans.
Oh God, it's so brutal. I know. Well, we still have some friends who are rural farm type people and very intelligent, still saying, "I'm not taking that shit. It's for horses." Meanwhile, their dad was sick for over a year from the jabs, never felt the same, and then we finally got some ivermectin in him, and he was freaking 100% in 2 days.
I've heard it's fast.
Right?
Shoot, I caught that COVID. I still can't smell.
Really?
Yeah, I got it. What was it? Early 2020, right before they did the lockdown, and I didn't even know what it was. I just knew I was sick for 10 days, and how I got this long COVID thing, I can't smell.
No shit, nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Once in a while, something, but then it goes away again.
So what about taste?
I don't know what they did, but it wasn't.
Can you still taste?
Not as much as I like.
No shit.
It's a bummer. Yeah, I cook up a good steak and I've got to throw, some steak sauce on it or something just to get the flavor.
Damn, no shit. That's weird.
It is weird.
Did you take ivermectin?
Nope, I didn't take anything. I just wrote it out.
Take some. It's not too late. Do it. Yeah,
it might fix it all. Because I'd sure like to smell again.
That shit fixes so much you would not believe it, man. It's absolutely mind-boggling.
Really?
And Sarah's like, she's like, you could almost call her a doctor. She's like, she's so knowledgeable in health, it's ridiculous, but true health. And the shit that stuff is fixed on many people is off the chart. And it doesn't have to be when it went down, it's now. So
Right.
I'd strongly suggest, I mean, you do what you want, but
How do you get a
she
hold of
makes
it?
us take it probably every couple of weeks. We'll go on a few days of it just for the hell of it.
And how do you get a hold of it? Is it a pharmacy item or
Go to the feed store. Tell them you got a
feed
worm
store?
horse.
Yeah, the feed store. Yeah, that's right.
That's where I got it.
Same stuff.
I got the bulk dewormer for horses. They say I don't give a fuck. I'm not embarrassed for this tenth of anything for it. I'm proud to say I ate that shit. And we got also bought. I cleared the counter off of all the paste, plastic paste too. Got it all. Yeah, we take it all. So, anyways, I'm just saying, it's healthy. It's good for you. It's harmless. Just go give it a try and see if your scent and the smell and the taste comes back. It might.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'm going to do it. There's a feed store in town here. I'll go check it out.
Hell yeah. Anyway. So how many times do you see these people all together? Is this a 2 times?
3 visuals during that
3.
fire season. Yeah, the 3 times. It was the Plumas Forest. It was the Sierra Forest, and then it was Yosemite National Park. And those are all within about a 200-mile span. So they're all over up there. The Sierras, you get quite a few Sierras stories read in there.
Oh yeah. As soon as you hear somebody say I grew up in the Sierras, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Or I was up on Mount St. Helens, or I was in Mount Rainier. Oh, here we go. Or Mount Baker, it doesn't matter. And then all you got to do is say I live in BC. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, you guys are overgrown.
Yeah, we might even. Yeah, who knows? Kind of weird, right? Now, just native guy come over, good guy. I think he might come on here with me. He came over for a visit with the ladies just last week, I think it was, and met him. And he had a whole piss load of shit that's happened to him around here, including having one looking in the window at him. He's in his Jeep Cherokee, sleeping there to go hunting in the morning. So this thing's looking in the window at him like this.
That would probably scare me if I opened my eyes.
Yeah, but he said he jumped out as fast as he could on the opposite side of the vehicle, his 30-06, and vanished, gone. Not a sound.
Yeah, no sound. Boom. Yeah, I've never heard him make a sound. Who knows?
What I would do to have the skills they have.
Man, they're fast. The fast thing is the scary part. How fast they are. I mean, dig things through at 30, 45 miles an hour. Easily.
In the clear cut.
Yeah. Not even bumping up and down. Just smooth as silk. Like he was skating across.
Could you see legs moving or anything?
His legs were moving, but it was like he was using cross-country skis. He wasn't stepping. He was sliding. It was really weird. Like he was on a, you know what I'm saying? Cross-country skiing. Your feet are always on the ground.
Yeah.
And he wasn't bumping up and down, and it was full of stuff. So it was like he was up on his own little level, just scooting. I couldn't see any distance between his feet, and I couldn't see his feet very much because there was some grass growing up in between it. New Manzanita coming up.
Right.
But he wasn't bumping up and down, and it was rough.
Swinging arms?
Yep. Big, and they're down below the knees.
But did you notice the mid-tarsal break?
No, I did not.
This is important.
I didn't see any dermal ridges either, sorry.
Well, out of everything you got to say, it's the mid-tarsal break is the most important thing here.
Right?
Yeah, right? You didn't see that. You didn't see it.
It's a big monkey, sure.
Yeah.
No.
Can't help it. I can't help it be a dick sometimes. You just can't help it. I was talking to some people on the boat the other day. I'm like, you know what? When you know what they've done to innocent women, to be able to catch them, it's like, if you could get away with doing what I'd like to do. Right.
Now, there's people need to answer for that one.
Yeah.
They ruined her.
Yeah. There's a guy, Halliburton. Halliburton was doing a job of the Pemberton Meadows by a geothermal project by Mount Meager. And I know exactly the clear cut. I mean, it's straight up from Logan Road on the right, like straight freaking up. And there's a one logged off face there. I think it's about maybe 400 yards up to the top, maybe probably 400. And the water truck driver for Halliburton was driving along. He said he saw about an 8-foot tall, reddish brown, hairy dude rip across the road and run. Like our logging clear cuts are nasty. They're big, huge cedar stumps, right? You know, the logs
Yeah.
left over.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine going up that steep grade and jumping and stepping and running over top of fallen logs
I believe
and
it.
not even slowing down?
That's what this thing, it was going side hill, and it wasn't, I don't know. I don't think they must have some levitation powers or something, because even the muscle doesn't explain it.
Yeah, well, he said that sucker went ripping up there full speed and didn't stop for a break. Didn't even slow down for a half a second.
I believe it. Yeah,
That's
it's fast.
something else.
Yeah, the speed, everybody talks about the speed. It's just that freaks you out. I mean,
Well,
yeah,
shit,
it's
that
unnatural
shit.
seeing a big 10-foot tall, 8-foot tall dude, but when you see that same thing go 45 miles an hour,
Yeah,
boom. Yeah, hey,
yeah,
wait a minute. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
yeah. Like that same logging clear cut. If I was to hike up that sucker, I bet you I would make it. I'll bet you I would make it 25 yards in 15 minutes.
Right? Picking through.
And this dude did 400 yards in under a couple minutes, under a minute.
Oh, yeah. I believe
Would
it.
that be something else to watch? It scared the living shit out of the guy.
Hey, when I seen this thing moving across there, that kind of didn't scare me.
Uh-oh. Damn it, froze up. Not this shit again. Gotta be kidding me. Come on. Well, that sucks. Well, it sounds like we got most of what he knows and seen out of him anyway. I don't think we missed on anything you wanted to share with us. We're talking about lots of other stuff, hunting and stuff. It says he's waiting in the lobby. Let him in. Okay, I'm hitting let him in, but it's not working. Well, shit.